everybody, what's up? ¿Cómo están? Qué gusto me da saludarlos. Thank you so much for stopping on the YouTube page. Make sure you check out other videos. We have some really cool chats with some friends about life. We've talked about feminism. We've talked about drugs. We've talked about a lot of controversial topics. And you've also gotten to know a little bit about me with some other really cool chill videos. Ahora, I love one thing in life. Well, one of the things that I love the most, that sounded weird. One of the things that I love the most about life are books. The smell of them, they smell great. The language that is learned and shared through these magical babies. I was that girl growing up where I would read under my bed with a flashlight because it was time to go to bed. Books have helped me so much to transform my way of thinking, to live other experiences through other people's words and adventures. It's given me a sense of adventure for sure. And I've always had a love for books, and I know that sooner than later I'm gonna get to write my own because I have so many things to share. So for all of you guys asking me, because you guys always ask about the books that I'm reading right now, I just wanted to share with you guys a few that I'm currently into, because I'm that one person que no puedo dejar un libro, o sea, leer un libro y lo leo y ese es el que estoy leyendo. No, yo siempre tengo varios libros que estoy leyendo. So these are the books that I'm reading right now. One is A Handmaid's Tale. You guys have probably heard it because it's a show on television, and I heard it a long time ago, and I truly do believe in reading the books before they hit the big screen. So if you guys want to get some, like, just, you know, not very hard reading, just some fast read, porque es un libro que se puede leer rápido. Handmaid's Tale is one of them that I'm reading. Another one that I'm reading, and actually this one I'm reading for the second time, is this one that's called Thrive by Arianna Huffington. I happen to love a lot of the things that Arianna Huffington has done. So, and it's pretty much about, you know, being successful and being a woman, and how she's battled all these circumstances in her life and how she's literally thrived. And it's amazing, it's great, it's a lot. Como ven, miren, ya está súper páginas por dobladas por todas partes porque es la segunda vez que lo leo, porque también creo que es muy importante que a veces que lees un libro y no le entiendes el mensaje, ¿verdad? O lo lees y como que no te centra el mensaje, pero lo lees en otra ocasión y es la ocasión perfecta, because that's when you need it. Este me lo regaló una amiga que quiero mucho, que se llama Isa, y se llama Babi y yo. Y no sé si ustedes han visto unas películas que se llamaban 3 metros sobre el cielo, con un chico que se llama H, que es guapísimo y que todas estábamos locas por él, Mario Casas. Esa película es de una serie de libros de un escritor italiano. Entonces esta es el relato, la historia de Babi, que es la chica, la protagonista, y obviamente H, pero pues los nombres son diferentes, Babi y Steph. Y la empecé porque pues es como que siempre necesito leer algo también en español whenever I'm like reading other books. And this is my book that's been taking me a longer to get done with it, because it honestly is a really heavy book. It's a Pulitzer Prize winner, and it's called Black Flags: The Rise of ISIS. I'm really fascinated by the Middle East and by everything that's been going on with the Middle East in the last decades. And this book caught my eye at the bookstore, and I'm like, you know what? I need something much more factual, obviously, non-fiction, to like get my mind going with the topic that I'm really interested in. And it hasn't been disappointing. It's really good, and it's a really good narrative. It's really well written. And if you guys are like me and like are fascinated or are intrigued by the Middle East, and obviously by the rise of ISIS, make sure you get your hands on this baby. I love poems. Ooh. This girl, she's this Canadian, Indian Canadian girl whose name is Rupi. I don't want to mispronounce her name. Rupi, I think it's not Kaur. I want to say it's Kaur, but she's amazing. I just saw her the other day. She was here in LA to present this book, which was her latest book. And I went with a friend who both of us happen to love her and happen to love books, and it was amazing. Like, she literally just read a few of her poems and then did some like spoken word Oh my God, this girl's amazing. Look for her. I'm sure you guys have reposted a lot of her quotes on Instagram because she's that girl. So she put out Milk and Honey a few years ago, and then just this year, sacó este que Sun in Her Flowers. And they're beautiful poems about family, about immigration, about love, about relationships. And she just has this, like, she has like magic. I am learning how to love him by loving myself. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay, another one. He placed his hands on my mind before reaching for my waist, my hips, or my lips. He didn't call me beautiful first. He called me exquisite. Yo quiero que alguien me diga exquisite. Anyway, Rupi, I love her. I've read most of the poems in Milk and Honey, and I'm getting through a lot of these, and like this is one of the poems that I absolutely loved, and actually it's amazing that's in the back. And it says, "This is the recipe of life," said my mother as she held me in her arms as I wept. "Think of those flowers you plant in the garden each year. They will teach you that people too must will, fall, fruit, rise in order to bloom." So obviously I try to mix it up with some books that are gonna teach me some things, some books that are gonna like center me, you know, some books where I'm gonna like get some self-help, and obviously historias así como que interesantes, dramáticas to keep me on my toes. So these are the books that I'm reading right now, guys. These are the 5 books I'm into, and I will be sharing more of the books that I'm reading as I finish these babies and I move on to the next ones. See you guys later.